Okay. I would like to welcome you to a new type of news podcast. My name is Keith Langford. A podcast where the people, can call in and say whatever is on your mind, but as long as it's clean, because please keep it clean. We want to keep it clean. Um, so, let me introduce myself. My name is Keith Langford. And this is my very first podcast. It's going to be kind of weird, little different. I know this is going to be kind of weird for me, but I'll do the best I can. In this type of podcast, we're going to be talking about a lot of political news happening on the local, on the state, and the national level. You know what I mean? Natural. I'm talking about the nation, the U.S., United States of America, our nation. That's what the founding fathers wanted it to be. I'm going to talk a little bit about the impeachment of former President Donald J. Trump. I know that's probably going to pull some heartstrings, but I'm sorry. I will do my best to try to keep things the way it should be. Just to let you know, it started today. They had a vote today as well. It was 56 to 44. 44 Republicans say no, they don't want to hear anything. They just want to keep they want to get to their work the way it's supposed to be. 56 of them. 6 Republicans said yes, with the 50 Democrats, which I think I have to say they can all go to you know where. But that's just me, and that's one thing I like about the Constitution. We have the freedom of speech. We can talk, we can say what we can, but long enough we keep it, keep it clean. And plus, let alone that, with that said, it's going to be quite weird. I am going to be able to have people that, if you have Skype, I will be willing to open up my Skype, send out my Skype username so that way you can contact me so we can talk one-on-one. If you want to do a live chat, I will tell you, I will read what you wrote, and I will try to do my best to answer your questions. If you also, by any means, want to leave a comment on the current podcast that you keep on watching over and over again, I will try to read your comments in the next podcast that comes up. I'm going to try to do my best to make sure every Tuesday I will have a new podcast. But I know this is probably going to be a short little skit for you guys to watch. Like I said, this is my very first one. I'm trying to do the best I can. Just to let you know, I have 3 little girls. I'm trying to get them to go to bed right now, and trust me, it is hard. When one's an 11-year-old, I got an 8-year-old, and I got a 5-year-old. They're all 3 years apart, and they're sometimes at each other's throats, figuratively speaking. But going back to this, if you guys do leave comments, please keep them clean. If they're not clean, I'm not going to read them. I'm letting you know now. I will not read any comments that will promote violence or hatred of a degree of foul language. I will not read it because it's something that I'm against. I know that a lot of people are upset of what's been going on lately, but I want you to know that I'm listening. I know that the Democrats say they want unity and they want this and they want that. They want to heal the nation, but I don't see that. I see a nation that's torn apart because 74 million people voted for a person who, one, didn't want to take a paycheck. He decided to donate his presidential earnings to different organizations to help them out, who is willing to close up our southern borders to protect us from illegal aliens, and do everything that was right. This nation was 10 times better. We were becoming self-sufficient. We didn't have to depend on other nations to get things done. We were spending, it seemed like, more money to helping them than they were helping us. Let alone, we have the Democrats that just want to impeach him for anything and everything, let alone half the stuff that they're impeaching him for weren't even caused by him. This what I don't get. All the stuff that was about Burisma, about Ukraine, China, Russia, all that was all Biden and his son. There's a mountain of evidence against the guy, and we're not even trying to impeach him. Well, a person who just left office approximately 2 to 2.5 weeks ago is being impeached for what he said at a rally. And they think it's not okay to have to exercise your First Amendment rights. I'm sorry, but that doesn't fly with me. Look, I know that a lot of people are upset, and I understand that. Trust me, I'm kind of upset. But the thing is, if we're going to be upset about something, there's two things we can do. We can do nothing, or when it comes to an election time, we vote the people out that are not doing their job, or that all they want to do is go after one person and impeach them for something that he didn't even do. That's what we don't need to be doing. It's not fair to you, it's not fair to me, and it's not fair to the other 74 million people that are out there. A lot of people are upset. Yeah, I understand it seems like we're stolen, and trust me, I don't even know how Biden got the 80 million plus votes. That doesn't even add up. Out of 139 million votes. And when you do the math, there was 139 voters, and you had 80 for one and 74 for the other. That's 154 million votes. How is there another, 15 million more votes that came out of the blue? I don't get that. But when it comes to an election, which will be one, I want to let you know, there is a midterm election coming up next year in 2022. Let's have our voices heard. We go to the a voting place. Vote for the person that you think is going to be doing a better job than the one that's already there. Because I bet you this, if we put in different people, there's going to be a lot of change. Right now, in the state of California, there's a recall on the governor, for Governor Gavin Newsom. Right now, they have approximately about 1.4 million signatures. They want to have 1.8, maybe even more. And the last time I checked, they were literally, and I'm serious, literally not that far from getting it. Their signature count, they need less than 95,000 more votes to get. Less than 95. That's a lot. And with that said, that's not too bad. A lot of the counties right now, they have more votes more signatures than they needed. But it all depends of how we do things. And I'm not kidding. If we keep up the fight and do the things right, I bet you anything, it's going to be a matter that will help us out. And I'm not, and I do hope that we can do something about it. I'm gonna have to keep this pretty short. I do work for Walmart, and I gotta be up pretty early in the morning. I do hope you guys do put a clean comment down that I can read over the next podcast next week. I do hope that you all have a good night and keep it real, okay? Keep it clean. I know this is a good, safe country. I love it, and I know you love it as well. So I hope you all have a good